As an N2Net agent, you have access to our Agent Portal, which will give you on-demand access to create your own SIP and hosted PBX price estimates. To access the portal, simply go to the N2Net website, and you can access it from the home page right here, or you can type in agentportal.n2net.net. Once you click into the estimating system, you'll see that you have the option to create an order or an estimate for hosted PBX or SIP trunk. Today we're going to be looking at creating a quote for a SIP trunk. The first thing that you'll be asked is, are there existing phone numbers we need to port? The local number port check tool is built directly into the estimating tool. We'll check 216-619. Great, looks like it can be ported. We'll move to the next step. This is a bandwidth check. What this does is ensures that your client has the correct upload speed and download speed to support the number of concurrent calls that you require. N2Net requires 100K per call, both upload and download. For the purpose of this demo, we'll select Metro Ethernet connection and look at 10 megs up and 10 megs down. Let's put in that we need 15 concurrent calls, and let's check. Everything looks great, so let's go to the next step. Now we'll fill in our company information. The required fields are company name, contact name, and phone number. Once you've entered that, hit next. As you'll notice, the number of concurrent calls that we entered during the bandwidth check is now carried over to this question. How many concurrent calls does your client need? 15, hit next. Here we have the option to look at pricing on an a la carte basis or using the virtual PRI product. As you'll notice, the virtual PRI has two options. A SIP handoff, which will send the connection from our soft switch to the end user location as a straight SIP, or we have a TDM handoff option, which will deliver the virtual PRI to a gateway, which will convert it to PRI signaling and then deliver to the PBX at the client site. If we choose a la carte pricing, we need to make sure that we have a SIP trunk, call paths, DIDs, and or some minutes included. The SIP trunk is simply the IP registration from our N2Net soft switch to yours or your client's premise-based PBX system. A standard SIP trunk is $14 a month. An enhanced SIP trunk is $19.95. The enhanced SIP trunk is one that will offer disaster recovery failover options. And you can learn more about that at the N2Net website. So let's put in that we're going to use one SIP trunk, and we had 15 call paths. So let's type in the quantity 15 under the unlimited usage call path, which will include unlimited local and long distance. All of our call paths include unlimited inbound. The overage is simply billed for the outbound calling. As you can see, we also have the virtual PRI options listed in the a la carte section as well. Phone numbers, we're going to look at, let's say, 20 DIDs for this client. So we'll do a quantity of 20 DIDs, which would be $60. Since we've selected the unlimited use call path here, we don't need to include any minutes down here. Are there any toll-free numbers? Sure, let's say we have one. Then click Next. We require that you use an edge device to do bandwidth prioritization at the client-side LAN. This is going to give voice priority over data traffic and ensure the best call quality for your client. So in this case, we'll want to use the edge mark with 15 concurrent call licenses. Finally, you'll see your summary. As you can see, all of our options are selected here in the monthly recurring. We have a single SIP trunk, we have our 15 call paths, we have our DIDs, we have our toll-free number, and as you'll notice, the system has automatically allocated 20 E911 costs and it is associated with the DIDs. Our total is $568.25 per month, and our network equipment is $675. You'll also notice that there are some setup charges that have been allocated based on your selections. For example, we have the DID setup, we have the toll-free, the Restborg charge, and we have the SIP trunk setup. So that's just a non-recurring charge, a setup charge, one time. Down here, you'll notice that this update button exists: save only, save and submit, save and duplicate, print, or delete. Update means if you wanted to change your quantities, let's say you wanted to look at, instead of 15, you wanted to have only 10 concurrent call paths. You could just hit this, hit update, and you'll notice that the price has been adjusted. We're now at $418.50. Save only means that if you click this, it's going to save it to your account, your username and password login here on the portal. Save and submit means that you're going to save it to your account and you're going to submit it to me, Jim Mormon, and that will trigger in my email a request for me to actually do an actual quote for you and get it over. Save and duplicate means that it's going to save this quote and create a duplicate that you can then do different pricing options. Print obviously creates a print-friendly option, and then delete deletes the quote. So let's look at the save and duplicate option. It automatically remembered that we needed 15 concurrent call paths. It automatically goes into the pricing. We don't have to worry about entering the client contact information again. Now in this scenario, let's look at what it would have been for a virtual PRI instead of going with the a la carte. The virtual PRI includes 25 DIDs, unlimited local, unlimited long distance, 23 concurrent call paths, and 10 disaster recovery seats with an enhanced SIP trunk, all inside of this one product for $399. We still have our one toll-free number that we need to port over, so we'll try that. Hit next. We'll stick with our 15 concurrent call Edgemark device. Hit next. And you'll notice that the cost is substantially lower using the virtual PRI than it was to do the a la carte unlimited call path. So right here we see that the system knows that there are 25 DIDs associated with the virtual PRI. There's one toll-free number, and that's our total monthly recurring, but you get a lot more for the better bang for the buck, I should say, with the virtual PRI than you would a la carte pricing everything. So there you have it. So we're going to save this right now, and we'll see that we have right here our two orders. We're going to view it, and we'll see that that one is the virtual PRI. Now we have the chance to submit it once it's saved to our account, or we can delete it. We can go back up here to our order lists, and we can look at the a la carte pricing and look side by side and figure out what the differences in the pricing were. Over here you'll notice that we have some sales collateral as well as support collateral. You'll find things like international rate sheet, support form for local number porting, E911 form, and customer profile checklist. If you ever require any kind of collateral and you'd like it populated up here on the agent portal, just let me know. Hopefully this has been helpful, and if you don't have a current username and password for the agent portal, please reach out to me, Jim M, J-I-M-M, at N2Net.net, and I'll be happy to set you up with one. Thanks and have a great day.